Hello, all my wonderful Aquarius friends. This is Maxine Taylor, and I have got your beautiful forecast for November. Um, Thank you for your patience. I was, excuse me, I was overrun with requests. Um, you know, Sometimes that just happens. Um, but hey, baby, I'm back. So let's talk about the gorgeous forecast that you have. First of all, Jupiter, the greater benefic, is in your fifth house of fun and games and children, and we consider pets part of the family, so they're children too. Jupiter is retrograde, though. And so, believe it or not, even though you're having fun, it's not even functioning on the level it's going to be functioning on um, after it goes direct early in 2025. So, still have fun, be creative on all at all times. Enjoy yourself because when this goes direct, it's going to be unbelievable. There can be more friends if it were in the 11th house, more a career if it were in the 10th house, but it's in the fifth house of fun and children. Um, so tie those in together, the more children or more fun, that type of thing, or both. And when Jupiter does its number of blessing you, it will be beautiful. Now, Mars, the red planet, has been in your sixth house of work, health, and service. So, you've been wherever Mars is, that is what comes first to you. That's what you fight with and fight for. Tomorrow, it's moving into the seventh house from the area of work, health, and service to into the area of the one-on-one relationship or dealing with other people. Other people come first with Mars in the seventh house, and you'll attract people to you who put themselves first. Okay? And you will oblige that. I'm not sure why. It could be because you're signing a contract. And the reason I'm saying don't not necessarily do that, sign a contract, unless you're tying up loose ends, because Mercury is going to be in the shadow of the retrograde on the 7th. When that happens, it is the precursor to Mercury actually going retrograde, which it will do on the 26th of the month. And you do not want to start any new projects when Mercury is retrograde. Can you go and start a new project when it's in the shadow? Sure. But the problem is when it's in the shadow, it's acting as if it were retrograde, and that means everything starts popping up to be dealt with, is what I'm talking about here. So you want to be aware of that. Um, and Mercury's going to go direct next month. So we'll talk about that next month, okay? Now, the yellow planet is the sun, and the sun is the giver of life. It has been in your 10th house of career, moving you into the top slot or keeping you in the top slot um, as a leader. I think that's beautiful. On the 21st of the month, it moves into your natural house, the house that is ruled by Aquarius in the natural zodiac, and your friendships uh, increase. You touch base with friends. Um, you may be placed in a position of leadership in a philanthropic or humanitarian group, because that's what Aquarius is. Humanitarians who know that what's best for the whole is best for the individuals within the whole. You think very differently than most people. You think outside the box. And to you, it's not outside the box. It's just what you're thinking. I think it's great. So you go from a leadership position to taking your leadership and using it in groups of a humanitarian nature and being a friend to all. Mercury is in the 10th house also, and it's getting ready to do its number as I described. Don't worry, it never disappoints. Um, Mercury is in the 10th house, and today, the 2nd of November, Mercury moved into the 11th house. Mercury is what we think about and talk about, and so you're talking to different people. It could be that there is a spiritual organization or a humanitarian organization that you belong to and you become more active in. It's really nice. And then Venus, the planet of love, is if Jupiter is the greater benefic, Venus is the lesser benefic, and there's nothing less about love and money and beauty. Okay? Venus has been in your 11th house, triggering your desire to be with your friends and to be a friend to all. On the 11th, it moves into your 12th house and says, I'm leaving. I need my solitude and privacy. And I would suggest that you take a vacation. Now, with one person perhaps, or with a group, because that 7th house still has you interacting with other people. But even though you're interacting with other people, you're enjoying being by yourself. And your dreams, if you recall them, will back me up on that. Now, the new moon on the 1st, yesterday, in 9.5 of Scorpio, was in your in the 10th house, excuse me, the 10th house of career and public image. And so that's going to be growing for the next 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks after the new moon, we've got the full moon directly in opposition in 24 Taurus. The full moon is on the 15th, and that's when things come to a head. The 4th house is home, family, and even real estate. The 10th house is public image and career. They also deal with parents. One of these is mommy and one of these is daddy. And so these are two very powerful eclipses, and they may be confused until after Mercury goes direct, even though Mercury is in the 10th house now and will be in the 11th house for a while. That's just how it is. So when Mercury's retrograde, you tie up the loose ends of unfinished business. You don't start a new one. If your car breaks down in the middle of the expressway, rent one. And when Mercury goes direct, buy that car you've always wanted. So I hope you have a wonderful November. And join me in December when once again I take a look at your forecast. This is Maxine Taylor saying, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.